Hello designers, I'm sure you might have seen such videos where influencers claim to create these amazing looking websites that are like really beautiful Apple level designs using AI. And all these amazing websites, they claim to be creating it using AI within 10 minutes. And yes, you'll be like, wow, AI is great. And then you go give it a try and what you get is something like this. Average looking, boring websites with the same hero section layouts. And yes, this happens. Same tool, same platform, but completely different results. And you think AI is crap. The gap isn't the tool and it's the prompt that you use. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to close this gap. And by the end of this video, I'm sure your results are going to be much better using AI. So before jumping onto the frameworks, I'm going to show you how you can create these amazing looking websites. Exactly going to get these outputs with the prompts that you're going to use. So stick to the end of the video to see how to use this. So like I mentioned, the real problem isn't the tool, it is the prompt, and you got to master the prompt that you're using. So most people generally type on the prompt saying modern website for a luxury brand name so and so, and they expect magic to happen. That's not how AI works. That's like telling a chef, make me a delicious dish. Yes, you of course get a food that you can eat, but it's not the food that you would really expect or you wanted to taste it like. So that's again how AI works as well. AI generally defaults to the safe, and safe for AI is average results. So you got to stop treating the prompt like a search bar and start treating it like your creative brief that you're giving to a junior designer and just instructing them to do what you want. So to make this happen, you got to have a prompt framework, and this is a 5-layer prompt framework that I use. So as you can see, these are composed of 5 layers, and I'm going to explain you what these 5 layers are. And by using this framework, I'm sure you're going to get 10x better results for your AI outputs. So let's jump on and see what these 5 layers are. So this is a sample prompt. I'm going to take you through each layer and explain you what this prompt consists of. So the first one is the fonts that you use. So every AI tool that you use, by default, it generally uses Inter or Roboto as the default fonts. Yeah, these are great fonts, but these are the average fonts that you find on the complete web, and they're going to feel like you're getting the same results like every other website. So you got to be very specific on what kind of font that you want. You can go explore Google Fonts and give it exactly the link of the font that you want. So if you're using just one font, give that one font and specify the weights if you have a design system in place. Or if you want 2 different fonts to be used, do mention that, use this for the headings and use this for the body. So you got to be very specific on the fonts. And then moving on to the layer number 2 is the colors. So you got to exactly give the colors that you have, not just specify red or purple or yellow. Be more detailed on the hex codes that you use, and if you have a primary and a secondary color, just specify the exact hex codes and the tints that you use or the shades that you use. The more specific, the more better results that you're going to get. And then moving on to the third one is the different effects that you want to use. So if you want something modern, what Apple is using, like the glass effects, you can very well specify what is the drop shadow or what is the blur that you want for your glass effects, the frost effect and stuff like that. So you can be very specific on what you want. If you want a gradient looking style, if you want mesh gradients, be very specific. And then you have the next layer. You can exactly give the assets that you want to use on your website. So here in this prompt, they have a very specific hero section video that they want, and you can give those videos here. And then you can specify what is the hero section, or if you want any testimonials, what is the style that you want for the layout. Do you want a chest like layout where you want left image text and you want to alternate it? So you can be very specific on exactly what are the sections that you have, and then it will give you very exactly the full landing page that you want. So that goes on your layer 4. And finally, layer 5 is nothing but the kind of animations or the motion that you want. So here you can tell add like a bounce animation, or you want fade in effects, or very specifically what kind of motion that you want, and what is the kind of speed that you want for each of these animations. And that brings you to the layer 5. And using this exact 5-layer framework, you'll get really good results. So this is an example prompt that I picked from motionsites.ai. So I'm just going to copy the prompt from here and we'll jump onto the AI tool that you use. So for this video, I'm going to use Stitch. You can use anything. You can use Claude Design, you can use Gemini, Lovable, or any AI tool that you generally use, because the prompt is what makes the difference. So here I'm going to paste the prompt that I just copied, and I'm going to choose web because it's a web design. And here you can choose the LLM that you want to use. So let's go for thinking 3.1 because that's going to think a lot more and it has got a lot more context to it. So So the prompt is ready and I can get started here. But before that, I also want to show you a feature here, which is the design.md. So if you don't want to go exactly with what I showed you, you can also get started with a design.md file. And a really amazing site to get this design.md is neuform.ai. So these are really beautiful, stunning looking websites. And if you like a particular style, you can just click on it and it'll give you the full design.md file. So here you can see that this is the full design system to get such a design. So you can just download this design.md. It's gonna give you the full design.md and you can come back here and upload this file here. Once you have the design.md, it's all there in it. All you gotta specify is the layer 4 part of it. So what is layer 4? Let me just show you once again. So this is nothing but the section by section breakdown. So how many sections that you want. So you just got to give this if you're going with a design.md. But yeah, coming back to the prompt that we copied. So I have just pasted it here and let's just run this and see what is the result that this is going to produce. This might take a couple of minutes. So I'm just going to fast forward this part. But on the left, you can see that the AI has started to think. So since this is Gemini 3.1, it's going to take a little more time because it's again thinking everything here. And here you have your agent, which is trying to build this. So every page is assigned to a particular agent and your agent gets this done. It has already started creating the design guideline. So based on the guidelines that we gave, it is just creating this UI kit, which is nothing but the colors, the typography and different components that it's going to use. And the screen is also started to generate. So let me just fast forward this part for you. All right. There you go. The website is ready. And as you can see, this is how it looks. I think I got to play this or preview this and then we'll get the exact look and feel of it because it has some videos playing it on the background. So there you go, guys. This is the website. It has generated this really amazing looking hero section. On the background, we have some AI generated videos and then we have this left and right layout and we have a small footer with some advantages listed here. And if you can see, this is again quite well optimized for responsive as well. Some mistakes are there, but yeah, it can be tweaked with prompts that you can give, follow prompts that it's going to make it better. So talking about follow prompts, when you go for refinement, you got to see that you don't start the whole prompt again. You be very specific that this looks great, but try to use this particular theming for the next sections as well. And you can say add a hero video fade so that it fades with the hero section. So you got to be very specific on the refinement prompts that you give. You got to act like a director directing the junior designer who's incredible at getting things done, but it needs a particular direction to do it. So that's how you can give refinement prompts and make this much better. So as you saw, all this is very well specified in the prompt that you see here. So let's give up refinement prompt. So this is a hero section. We are very specific on what video that you want, but let's go ahead and give this refinement prompt here. So here I'm just gonna go for a refinement. So I'll just click on this and give a refinement prompt. For the hero section, use this video instead. So I just said for the hero section, use this video instead of the current one, and I'm just going to run it. So let's see what is the output that it's going to come up with. So again, the same agent is working on the follow prompt here. So let's see what's happening here. So there is wipe designing happening and it's tweaking the hero section to apply this particular video. Okay, so it's trying to create a new page for this rather than updating this one so that you have a backup of the previous version. All right, there you go. We have the new updated one. So let me just preview this one as well. All right, there you go. We have the full width preview and this looks really stunning. Yeah, the glass effects, I think the frosting can be increased because right now it's not readable. So in terms of accessibility, you gotta do a lot more refinement here. But yeah, overall, as you can see, the hero section and the sections look really great rather than just giving a generic prompt saying that I need a website for this brand and this is the name of the brand, and you're going to get average results. But if you go with really advanced prompt using the framework that I just spoke about, you're going to get really absolutely stunning results. But overall, what I want to say is the gap was never in the tool. It is specifically and intentionally in how you communicate your vision to the AI tool. So you're a designer and communication is your skill. So start using it to exactly communicate, because as a designer, you know exactly the nuances that go into a design rather than a non-designer explaining things, you can do a much better job here. So yeah, just hop on to motionsites.ai and study these prompts, how they're using the different prompt techniques, the kind of frameworks that they're using, and then you can get much better at this. And I'll drop a quick guide to the framework that I just explained so that you can quickly understand it and start implementing it in your own designs. And let me know what you think about this framework in the comments below and the different results that you're getting after using this framework. I would love to go through it. If you have something, do post it on LinkedIn as well and tag me or Design Xstream and I'll take a look at it. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll be back with more such videos.